Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, tokez, and we got another voiceover of some World of Tanks gameplay. First off, in our first match here, we're driving up to the front lines. We went a little south route this time, cut up through the middle. As you can see, I'm primarily just doing the scouting here. That's why I'm doing this route. I want to try and get some of the enemies spotted for those players that want to overwatch but can't actually overwatch, but because they'll choose to play that way, you know, we have to find the enemies for them to even shoot them, because they often aren't going to shoot them themselves. Mostly just because they'll choose to play that way. Like if these what I've noticed is if they don't know how to frontline or Overwatch, they're gonna favor Overwatch still. I think it's because they want to primarily focus on the survival aspect of the game. When you force yourself to go out there and learn how to play the game, you can kind of force yourself to be able to survive a lot better than what they're afraid of. The life that they're afraid of living in the game. Like, I get it. You go up to the front lines, and at minimum, you probably have 1 to 3 tanks to deal with, and that's not even including the Overwatch, right? But as you can see here, I went up to the front line, right, and then I journeyed up north, checking on that front line, seeing what was going on their side of the front line, right? Clearly in enemy territory. I'm not entirely needing support because I'm able to traverse the map enough to where I'm not getting myself destroyed. However, I did take a part of my own life right there as I dismounted off of that rock ledge. Boom, we get our second kill ribbon, and still, we're essentially out here on our own. Like, you can see those shots going across, like you see the bullets flying across the map. I'm not even sure if that was the enemy shooting at that or that tank shooting at the enemies. By the look of it, I think it was the latter, the last option I thought of there. As you can see, this tank's gonna try and, get some points. He's gonna counter. He realizes he's getting rotated from the backside. Nice little flank action there. And I just, rotate out of there before, as he's returning his awareness to a counter position. I countered that counter and got out of there. Now I rotate back in with a full stack of bullets. We're gonna chip away at him, get some of the attention. He lands a shot right there because I got greedy and didn't throw my smoke soon enough, where I would have been able to turn back down the hill that I was going up where I died on, and I would have been able to just rotate him down there using that smoke. Besides my gameplay though, we got what looks like, I'm just gonna say it. It's not even really 7v7. It's, it's. You're right. We're not even gonna get negative about it here, okay? I don't think there should be 15 versus 15 in a match. I think it antagonizes and influences too much passive tanking, and I don't mean that as in like you have to be aggro, but when you guys aren't really playing the game, you're just allowing enemies to have an easier time at beating our team, and you're making our teammates that are actually playing the game, you're making it harder for them to play the game. So that's why I don't like the fact that there's a real low level of participation in this game. As you can see, I got 4th place, and I did a little bit of something, but really I didn't do anything. I drove in front of 10 or so tanks, and then I picked out 2 or 3 of them to try to deal with, and I managed to die on the 3rd one. I really didn't do nothing crazy, but I did do more than what most of the players in that match probably did as far as anything goes. Damage, deflection, assist, positioning. I probably made more of an impact than most of the players on that team, besides the ones that scored above me, who probably got points in damage. Because if you looked at the map, their positioning was terrible. Just like this one. Their positioning is terrible. Granted, this is probably one of the few times you'll see them actually push that 7-line intersection, that 3-way intersection there beside the bridge. It's one of the rare times you'll see them actually push that. But here's the reality of it. It really doesn't matter that they're even pushing it as fast as they are, or not as fast, in my opinion, because look at all these tanks that they got to fight down here in this 2-3 line in this south section. And then this guy's going to talk about on his way. He's the furthest from them all. He ain't reinforcing anybody on the team besides himself in such a time frame that we're going to wonder why he's even part of the team. All right, now I'm dead though, so you know, now people can get away. You know, he's out the way. He went out there and died. Let's go get our points now. Show them we're better. You know, so all the points they've been waiting to get, here they go. They're gonna start getting them, right? All right, now I don't remember this match, but I'm gonna say, looking at the map, their real only saving grace are them tankers on the enemy base. However, that light tank's gonna make a difference in that outcome. Oh, I ended up not watching that. I ended up not sticking around for that one. Okay. All right. Well, they probably lost. I've seen that match 1,000 times. They probably lost. The only reason them guys in the 7 intersection pushed was because they had no enemies, which actually gave them the confidence to progress for once. And so when they did find an enemy, that light tank was probably going to demolish them unless it had like low health. If it was a full health light tank and going in there actually doing stuff, not playing peek and pop on a corner as a light tank, that like it should even be doing that, you know. But if it was going in there actually making maneuvers, getting some damage in, whittling them away, you know, shot by shot, it could have made an impact for sure. Would have easily stopped them from capping the base for another 30, maybe 60 seconds. And that's not the base cap timer. That's just that's just how much time they would have reset, and then they'd had to start from scratch again. All right, here we go in our third match. We pull up to the west 1 line. We go real deep south, and this is a pretty crappy map. It's a really good map, you know, for people that actually want to play the game. But it's a terrible map for the way that these players play the game in this community. As you can see, you only have a few tanks holding that middle ground, right? That E line, yeah, no, they failed. If they get pushed anywhere there, they're going to lose. These guys sitting in this B2 corner, yeah, there's only a few of them this time. But, you know, they're going to lose because if they push that middle, they're not going to back them. I guarantee you they're not good enough even to back them up. They may get some points some games, but guess what? They wouldn't get those points if it wasn't for other players. So if you ask me, they're not good enough to actually back them up. They might do something for themselves out of the whole ordeal, but as you can see, they're starting to push that 5 line right there. They're secluding out that 1 tank in the 5 line. That tank's gone. Now they're going to get that one there. These guys up here in the corner of the map, they're still doing nothing but getting points because of other people's hard work. And then these people down here in the south who I died beside, who now have to fight without me, who actually were fighting beside me this time, they have to fight a team that is probably stronger than them. Not only do they have to fight those numbers right there, they have to worry about these tanks in the D line now going back through the E line to get to them rather than them, you know, measly 2 kills worth of points at the north. Like, let the other guys go fight over that. I'm going to the big group of points down south, right? So if they push south, they got them pinched in that corner. If they don't want to be pinched in that corner, they have to push over that 2-line hill, going into the 3 line, giving them exposure to the entire field from the 3 line to the 0 line, all the way up to the E line, right? That whole south side of the map, from the 3 line east, is pretty much a tank that could be shooting them, and they not even know he's out there unless they saw the bullet or saw the tank. See what happened? A couple of them went north, took out them guys up top, right? Got this one on the, got the one that was up in the more northeast of the corner, and not the ones more southwest of the corner. But the one more northeast of the corner, you can see that player running away, trying to evade. You know, I wouldn't call that repositioning. That's not repositioning. That's retreating, right? You ran from a fight to save your life, to probably try and get another what, more free points or sneak, you know what I mean? Sneak damage, crit, you know what I mean? Sneak attack boot. Like, this is stupid, right? Learn to play the game, people. Quit being mad at the people who don't even get to play the game, but they're trying to play the game and they lose at playing the game. But you guys think you're not the problem for being alive, 2 to 3 times longer than anybody else on the fucking team, or most people on the team for that matter, at least, the time of the match that matters, before it's like really it's game over. We're just here to finish up the map that's already decided. Most of the time it's like that. So, the longer you guys want to sit there and play that spend all game doing nothing crap, go ahead and keep thinking it's the people going out there and dying, and then whenever you guys realize, 10 years from now, they're going to have stats that say they live 2 to 3 minutes and probably carry their weight, right? You live, 5 to 7 minutes, and you get 2 kills worth, but here's the reality of it. 14 teammates weren't dead when we got our kills worth in the first 2 to 3 minutes of the match. Right? So that's what I'm saying. You guys got to learn how to actually battle. I'm not the best tanker, right? I've slacked off a lot in the last few years, especially during recording, because I don't care to show you guys how good I am or not good for your opinion's sake. I really don't care. That's not why I'm here to play the game. I was here to play the game because I enjoyed the game and I wanted to get better at the game. I don't need to prove I'm better than you. I don't need to prove I'm better to you. Those are childish accolades that I'm not even going to try to achieve. I don't care. I'm not here for, I got decent damage this game, but I'm not here to take the damage. I know how to matter in the match without getting damage. That's why I'll get 1st to 4th place with less than 1,000 damage. Or around 1,000 damage. How do you kill a quarter of the enemy, a quarter of one of the 15 enemies, and still get 1st to 4th place? Because damage is not the only important factor to the rewards board. Okay, anyways, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed playing the game. I'm certainly enjoying the editing process. I'm getting a little behind on videos, and I apologize for that. The schedule's been a little shaky, but just got a lot more going on in life, so, hashtag blessings, opportunity to be achieved, all that. Yeah, it's getting better, alright? So if you enjoyed, man, check out some other ones.